Make sure you stay until the end. It could be a really easy fix. Do not waste your money until you watch that video. We'll try to save you quite a bit of money. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Super quick, helpful video to any of you having a car with gasoline, diesel engine guys. If you have one of those, you get these three codes together. We're talking about code P0521, 522 and 524. Stay with us, we'll explain what causes that. When you see these codes, do not drive your car until you fix that problem. Because guys, you may destroy your engine. That means that the engine is not getting engine oil pressure that's sufficient for the normal operation of the engine. But actually, there is a trick to that. Stay with us and we'll explain what it is. Before we start guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We show you how to fix engines, transmissions, bodywork, engines, computers, electrical components, fuses, relays. Why we guys do that? To save you as much money as we can. All we need guys in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making and providing these videos for free. And check out our YouTube channels, we have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So let's start on it now. So the first thing we're going to do, we want to scan the system guys and see what codes it gives us, because of course it could be multiple things leading from one to another, because on these modern vehicles if you have one sensor that's not working, often can cause disruption of signal guys for another sensor. Like it will lose signal to that sensor, and you may get, because one sensor is bad, you may get 10 different codes. So we will explain what we're going to do now. Let's diagnose the system. The first thing you want to do when you do diagnostics and when you're fixing electrical problems on any car, test the car battery. It's very important to do that. Battery that starts the car doesn't mean that it's a good battery. Always test them. We'll have special video that will teach you how to do that. Let's do the diagnostics now. So let's turn the light on the camera quick guys. I want to show you now, we just got that battery out of that Maserati. Even though it's not old at all, okay, I want to show you what happened here. The car starts every time, exactly, okay, right on the spot, no problems. But that battery guys, okay, we actually charged it here. And when it sits, now it's 12.72 volts, but after you let it sit, and let's say you drive the car, you park it, and 1 hour later you check the voltage, it's anywhere between 11.8 and 12.12, which shouldn't be that way after long drives. Now, if we scan that battery out of the vehicle, okay, and if we do it after charge, because we charged it, it's actually a GM flat plate battery, and that one is 1000, okay, cold cranking amps. Let's see what's going to happen now here, okay. It's going now, right? Good battery, it says 855. But the thing about that battery guys, okay, is that when it sits for an hour, it drops to about 600 cold cranking amps, and that's when things start going bad, okay? So even though it says good battery now, okay, let it sit overnight, check it the next morning, because you will be surprised. A bad battery can affect these vehicles in multiple ways, because unstable voltage can cause quite a bit of troubles. We've seen people spending thousands of dollars on modules, computers, repairs they actually don't even need. Always start with the battery, charge it, let it sit one night, retest it again and see what happens guys. So we're going to get guys our scanner here, X2, that's an amazing scanner by the way. And what we're going to do now, okay, we're going to connect it to the OBD port, which is under, okay, usually on most vehicles. Let me see, make sure I don't hit that Mercedes here. Okay, perfect. Under the steering wheel. 1 second, we'll need to have the key as well. And where that one is located, okay, right there. So we have to do, okay, let me see which way it goes. Okay, I'm still trying to connect it guys. Limited visibility here because I cannot open the door all the way. Perfect, it's on. Voltage is at 12.0, a little bit low. For diagnostics it's recommended to always have good voltage. Even you may need to put the car, okay, on a charger. So you have stable voltage, you don't get under voltage codes, and if you're doing especially programming, you definitely need to have stable voltage. You may end up having some serious problems. Here now, guys, okay, what do we need to do? We're going to go ahead. Okay, let me position the scanner where you can see it. We're going to turn the ignition on now without pressing the brake pedal. Do not press the brake pedal. And I click the ignition twice until it comes to the run position right here. Let me turn the sound off, okay? And now we're going to click diagnostics. In diagnostics, we're going to select VIN, how to scan. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time to actually find the VIN number, read it, decode it. Okay, so it's working on it right now. We'll see, it's getting there. Okay, check out, engine lights on, right? Right there, guys. Okay, you can clearly see the engine light being on. Perfect. Now we're going to select Levante 2017 model. That's the correct vehicle, we confirm. We can go to system selection or advanced scan. If we go to system selection, engine system, ours is the gasoline V6, read trouble codes, and watch what is happening here, guys. Okay, we have P0524, engine oil pressure too low, O2 sensors. Okay, so current circuit high, that means disconnected oil pressure sensor, circuit high, right there. Okay, that's what's causing our problem right now. U0129, lost communication with brake system control module, and engine oil pressure sensor performance P0521. All that, guys. Okay, stay with us, we'll explain what easily causes that now. So you guys saw these codes, right? But we also have two codes for upstream oxygen sensors. Okay, we also, guys, have codes for lost communication with multiple modules. The electronic braking module, TCM, that's transmission control module, with the gear shift selector, and other one start-stop switch as well. Now, the first thing that we did, guys, of course, when you get oil pressure light on and codes related to low oil pressure, never drive the car, because if the engine is starving for oil, you will destroy it probably in less than a minute. You will throw a rod bearing, you spin a rod bearing, crankshaft bearing, you can damage cylinder heads, you can completely destroy the engine in no time. So, in our case, actually the car was getting good oil pressure. And sometimes you may experience that only at higher RPMs. For instance, up to 3000 RPMs, 2500 RPMs, the car was perfectly fine, no oil light, anything like that. And when we revved it up, that's when we experience flashing red light and activating these codes. So what caused it? Let's explain now. That device right here, guys, okay, that device right here, it's known as oil pressure sensor. The oil pressure sensor detects, okay, how much pressure you have in the oil system. If you want to see where they're located, how to replace one, we have the video on the channel. But you want to check first, make sure that the connector is plugged in, make sure it's not contaminated with oil. And sometimes when they start fading, they might even leak oil from the back as well and from the wires. We've seen that happen too. Sometimes, like this one, looks perfectly fine, but it just gave up on us, guys. Now, having these three codes together very likely indicates bad oil pressure sensor, but don't, assume that. Always replace it with a new one, and then drive the car if you don't have any codes and any warning lights. Because if you assume it's a bad oil pressure sensor and you drive it and you actually lose oil pressure, you won't know when you lost it and you will destroy your engine. Always try to, fix codes one at a time. For instance, we cleared the codes in that Maserati. The moment the engine light turned on, the first codes that came were oxygen sensor codes. We replaced those immediately, guys. After that, when engine light came on, we scanned again, it was that sensor. And we still had a problem with losing communication to the different modules. So once we replaced the sensor, everything else was cleared. So that's what caused our problem, guys. Bad oil pressure sensor. But it could be a bad connection or bad wire somewhere as well. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time.